In terms of deficiency, so this here gives the proportion of the population that is deficient in each of these nutrients. These here are the nutrients. This is what you need in the food. I mean, we don't eat the food just for the quantity of the food, but for the quality of that food. And these are the elements that determine the quality of the food. You need a proportion of each of these to be healthy. So we listed here vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin B, protein, calories, vitamin E, folate, riboflavin, iron, zinc, and vitamin B12. And here, for example, and this is quite a very interesting story, this tree here, if you have vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin B, you'll see that only for vitamin A, it's like around 11% of the population is deficient, which is low. Vitamin C, the same thing, vitamin B6, but from protein to up to vitamin B12, it's at least 50% of the population is deficient.
What's the date of this? What's the date of the
2005. And there is a follow-up this year. We are eagerly waiting to see what happened since 2005. And vitamin A, and vitamin C, vitamin B, why? And that was a puzzle because, you see DRC, so you don't expect that low rate of deficiency. And then we said, maybe we made a mistake. So we went back, checked the data, we didn't make a mistake, it was low. We said, okay, what exactly, where is this coming from? And we found that it's coming from palm oil. Palm oil and sweet potatoes are the items with the highest content in vitamin A. And in the DRC, palm oil is in everything we eat. Every dish you have palm oil. And this is locally produced. And vitamin C and vitamin B6 are coming from cassava leaves. And again, widely consumed and produced locally. Like everything else, you need, you need rice, you need maize for calories, for example, that are imported, so are very expensive, not accessible to the majority, and you end up with this. And across provinces, you have different stages. Like here, in calories, this is the national average. Provinces like Kasai Oriental up to Bakongo are below the national average, but Sud Kivu here is way above. Same thing for each of the vitamin E, iron, zinc. So there is no one-fit-all strategy to address food nutrient deficiency in DRC. You have to go province by province, or even, DRC is the size of Western Europe. You cannot come with one-fit-all strategy for the whole country. And that's what we are trying to fight for now. And I'll share that. So how much a balanced diet costs in DRC? Because, that's what it comes down to, finally, how much? So we ran some simulations. I'm reporting here only the national average for an average Joe, so to speak, because, women consume different from men, and children different from adults. We have all the detail, but here I'm reporting, this is another paper, by the way. And so we listed all the nutrients. These are the nutrients, fat, zinc, iron, vitamin, that you need and then food items. And this is the required amount. This is the recommended amount, and this, based on our simulation, this is what you get. And actually, the cost is per person per day 67 cents. But they cannot afford 67 cents. And then when we present this, in front of the Congolese audience, the policymakers, and they are shocked. And this is the truth. 67 cents. So what happens then? We sacrifice children. So this is, I forgot to put the, okay, yes. So this is the rate of, this is height for age, weight for age, gives you the stunting and underweight. So just look at what I highlighted here. So it means that a child of, let's say 24 months to 35 months, there are 55% are stunted. And the rate seems to go up as they grow. And we know that the first 5 years of a child, nutrition is critical. If you miss that, the cognitive ability may be damaged and never recover. And what kind of adults you end up with? Papa Bokamba, I think some of the behavior we are observing today in DRC among our leaders, maybe, just maybe, it's a result of accumulated nutrition deficiency.
There may be a couple of other reasons too.
Yes, yes. So that's what I'm saying. So there is a high risk of human capital depletion. Why? Because if you have, calorie deficient, just a couple, deficiency in calorie, you end up with stunted, mental retardation, repeated infection, delayed intrauterine growth for mothers who are pregnant, slow cognitive development, low weight at birth, weakened immune system. Protein, the same thing, stunted. Mental deficiency, kwashiorkor anemia. Vitamin A, blindness, susceptibility to muscles and respiratory infections, increased risk of maternal mortality. Zinc, stunted, delayed wound healing, decreased smell and taste, the ability to smell and taste, delayed puberty, sexual impotence, hair loss, sores, weight loss, leverage, and so forth. So that's my concern. I'm not even concerned of how much you consume. This is my concern, and these are the things that we don't observe. We don't. It's until it's too late. I mean, you have elected this in high office, and you don't know that the person is affected by these things, and what are you expecting from that person? It's just beyond him. Some of the decisions that we see people are making, just maybe. Now, what do we do? Let's look forward. The first step, let's define the vision for agricultural sector. Because I don't buy into going out and distributing food to people. At least not for the DRC. They have the potential to grow their own food. But you need a vision. And that's what we have been trying to do for the last 3 years. It has been difficult, but slowly people are coming along. Around the CAADP, the CAADP here stands for Comprehensive Africa Agriculture Development Program. So this is really a continent-wise development strategy for agriculture. Finally, they understood that we need to invest more in agriculture. Just simple principles. First, let agriculture be the lead. Let our growth be led by agriculture sector to achieve MDG 1. MDG 1, that's a Millennium Development Goal, to cut poverty by half by 2050. Let targets, so the whole program targets 6% growth rates a year. Let's increase public investment, at least allocate 10% of the government budget to agriculture sector. For now, DRC allocates around 1 or 2% of its budget to agriculture sector. It's useless. And it's, the whole program is built around 4 pillars. Expanding the area under sustainable land management and reliable water control system, improving rural infrastructure and trade-related capacity for market access. Because one of the key problems in DRC is that these small-scale farmers don't have access to the market. Last year, we ran into a farmer in Bakongo. You know, the extension service came and convinced that farmer to grow Nerika. Nerika is the rice variety, is variety with the highest yield. So, I mean, he bought into it, he grew that rice, and the farm is full of rice. Guess what? There is no road from his farm to the market. So this guy ends up with all his product on the field. What will he do next time? He's not going to do it. Maybe a little bit for himself and his family. So that's, we need to improve rural infrastructure. We need to increase food supply, and so this is the whole social security type of strategy. And then agricultural research. I mentioned the yield, the maize, the variety of maize that they are using now was produced, I was told, like 30 years ago. I mean, come on. 30 years ago. And of course, we need policy efficiency, accountability, peer review system, explore the regional complementarity, the provincial complementarity. As when you look at the DRC, not all provinces are the same. Katanga is a mining province, but they eat a lot of maize. They don't grow maize. So, I mean, you can find another province in the DRC that can grow maize and supply Katanga. So we need to come down to that, and we need to think, how can we use this regional heterogeneity? And of course, it must be inclusive. This is not a government-owned business. You know, we need to include farmers, agro-business, civil society, community-based organizations, because of all the issue of accountability and governance.